Da-da-da-da.
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 Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. There we
Are
go.
we? So are we live? Are we
We
actually
are
live?
live, Rob.
No, we were
We've
just doing that
done
for
it.
fun. We were just doing that. That was fun.
Yeah.
No, Apollo, you missed it. We did like 3 test runs of this.
Yeah.
I literally joined as that was happening, so I assumed
Yeah.
it was the only one. And you could have led me on to believe that was the only one, and I would never know the difference.
Well, I wouldn't do that to you.
Here.
So welcome to the Quick Snap, everybody. Roundup for Week 14. Patriots and Cardinals just wrapped, and man, that was some ugly football that we saw.
That was those Patriots and Cardinals minus, we'll call it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
obviously
not much.
the big news is Kyler is probably done for the season with a non-contact football injury that left him on the cart. Head down, towel in hand. I don't want to say I was laughing at him getting injured, but I will say that it was funny to picture it happening if you could consider that Kyler Murray is Grogu running away with one of the eggs from Frog Lady's tin that he stole. Then it becomes kind of comical.
Well, it wasn't really running away. He was on a cart.
Yeah.
Crying.
No, I'm saying when you saw the actual injury.
Oh, okay.
Did you
yeah.
see it? Did you see it happen live? Because it was pretty bad.
He did the thing, he made a cut, and his body decided he will not be cutting for many months to come after that one.
Only part of his body went the way that he was trying to go.
His knee snapped. I mean, that's just a classic. The knee. It can decide at any point during a football career to just snap. And it did.
I'm telling you, I've said it before on the podcast, and we're gonna make it a thing. They should all wear braces on their leg that prevents.
You were trying to put them in full armor, Rob.
Well, they should wear full armor. That would be way cooler. First of all,
no one could move.
No, I'd like to see, and the thing about armor is that that's a misconception. You can move pretty well in armor, and plus
either they put them in full night era armor,
yes, 100%.
Or they just take all their clothes off and run around naked. No in between.
Yeah, no.
Well, if that's the two choices, I'd rather go for the former. But yeah, it was a bad injury for Kyler Murray.
We're also somehow underplaying it. Like this is a potential career-ending knee injury. Like when you think about it, like this is a mobile quarterback who, his whole point is that he can run around. And these are the kind of injuries that sometimes you cannot come back from fully.
Yeah.
I mean, we won't know for another year. I mean, they're saying already it's an ACL. Like they're saying preliminary scans.
Yeah, I mean,
it's an ACL.
Yeah.
So he's gone for a year plus. And not only does that pretty much ruin the Cardinals next season, I mean, not that there was much of a season there to ruin with this kind of performance anyway, but I mean, you're looking at Kyler Murray that might not be Kyler Murray anymore when he comes back. This is one of those.
Well, I mean,
it's tough.
It's what ended RG3's career was running away and then his knees just giving out an injury, and that was it.
Yeah.
He had no mobility. So and then he found out that, if I can't run, I also can't really throw. So, hopefully for Kyler's sake, it's not career ending. It's definitely going to be one of those things that's going to completely change the way that he plays if he comes back. But on the whole, the Cardinals looked absolutely abysmal. I haven't seen that many sacks in quite a long time. The Patriots defense recording 6 sacks in one game. Colt McCoy, God bless him, he tried his best. And, for what he had to work with, I mean, he came into another horrible situation, the same situation that Arizona put him in a couple weeks ago when Kyler was hurt, and he did pretty well, but not this time. But the Patriots, on the other hand, look pretty good. They look pretty strong.
I'm going to take that back from you, actually. I'm going to fight you on this. Because I did watch a lot of this game, and I'm going to be honest, the Patriots were given many a gift this game. I mean, they had one defensive touchdown that just shouldn't have happened. I mean, Hopkins, it wasn't even a forced fumble. The dude tapped the ball, and he just went, oh, no, and then they took it back for a touchdown. Like, that can't happen in a game of professional football. You can't fumble like that. And then the other touchdown drive they got in the second half was off of an interception. So the Patriots didn't really prove to me that they can. I mean, the first half they had nothing. The only reason they even got that field goal at the end of the half was because Arizona turned it over on downs. I mean, Arizona was driving. It was a 2-minute drill. Colt McCoy was looking good. And then they have a 4th and 1. They go for it. And receivers wide open. McCoy just couldn't put it enough on him. And he underthrew it. And the defender got up and tipped it. So that was like, the second I saw that play, I was like, that's the turning point play. Like Arizona was like putting this game away in the first half. Like if they go out on the field and score a touchdown, it's going to be like 20-10. And Arizona had all the momentum. And then the second that turnover happened, the whole game shifted and New England just ran away with it.
Good teams good teams take advantage of the opportunities that are given to them, though. I think bad teams squander that.
I just think that I feel like
I'm not saying they're good.
I think the real New England was the New England who stole in the first half. I mean, you guys know me. I've been a New England hater all season. All season.
Well, Rob, as an unbiased neutral party towards the New England Patriots, what do you think?
Well, I'm as a fan of a team in the division that watches them frequently. Patriots have a good defense. That's basically what it is. Is they have a good defense. Their offense is just kind of like booty. Like there's nothing going on really. Like Mac Jones he's pretty good. Like he's all right, but it's like he doesn't have anybody to on the offense really, and it's just all defense really.
Rural juror says that Apollo hasn't yet to say anything good about the Patriots.
No, and I won't until they prove to me that they're a good team. And this is a team that,
as a Jets fan, I find that very fair. To be honest,
this is not a playoff winning team. This team could make the playoffs. I mean, I don't know what their schedule looks like. Let me take a peek, and I'll give you my official Patriots making the playoff.
They're on the
playoff
bubble
ratings.
They're on the bubble for wild card. I can tell you that.
They're in contention right now. Okay, their schedule is tough. They have Raiders, which is not a free game. I know the Raiders are not a great team, but it's also not a free game. And then it's Bengals, Dolphins, Bills.
Oof.
Yeah, that is. I would not have my hopes up if I was a Patriots fan with this remaining schedule.
They can beat the Bengals. I don't know about the Dolphins. Got exposed pretty.
They did, but Bengals are hot right now. I would say. I feel like the Bengals made the hardest game on this schedule. If they're kind of the hardest games,
especially in this division. Divisional games are always fucked.
You said that, but the Bills crushed them last week. So
well, that's true. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, the Bills might be they may rest their starters if they're a lock for the first round bye by week 17, so you never know. But as we get to the halfway point here, again, welcome everyone tuning into the live quick snap. Make sure you click the like button and leaving comments. We do try to post an episodic question down below in the pinned comment, and thank you for those of you who do reply to that because it does help us out and grow a long way in the algorithm and that sort of thing. So thank you very much. And going on to the flip side of the Patriots game, going to looking towards the future of Arizona, because Arizona is already done. Like
there
they're not
is
going
no
anywhere.
Future. No, their season's over. They might even be eliminated next week. Probably.
Gone.
Kingsbury's got to be gone, right?
I would be so shocked if they kept him. I mean, this was supposed to be before this Kyler injury. I know he was injured again earlier in the season, but this was supposed to be a good team. This was supposed to be a pretty decent defense and a very good offense. And I do wonder what this team would have looked like if Hopkins wasn't suspended, honestly. They might have had a much stronger start, and we might be singing a bit of a different song.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say was that, where does this team look if they had DeAndre Hopkins for the beginning of the season? The Kyler injuries notwithstanding, he's obviously a big part of a defense. He's one of those receivers, or of an offense, I should say. He's one of those receivers that a defense has to plan around. Same thing goes with Kyler. So going up against DeAndre and Kyler, you're thinking like, okay, we've got a really, really, really mobile quarterback we have to defend against, but also one of the biggest deep threat. It's not the biggest deep threat in the NFL right now, which is DeAndre Hopkins, and some of the best hands in the league.
Well, catching the ball, not holding on to it.
Yeah. So. But he doesn't. I mean, but how many fumbles does DeAndre Hopkins have? To my knowledge, he doesn't fumble that much.
He might be a fumbler, actually. I might be making that up though. I feel like I remember him being a bit of a fumble guy, but I mean, there's no doubt about his ability to catch the ball. That's beyond. I mean, he made an insane out of bounds catch in this game in the back of the end zone that was like stupid one-handed, like not even one-handed where it's like the usual one, but like literally like the tip of his hand, like full extension. Like I mean, of course he was out of bounds, but like man, that's what a catch regardless. But he might have a fumble problem if I'm remembering right.
That's one of those catches that only someone like DeAndre Hopkins could get. But
or George Pickens. If they would throw him the fucking ball, the different game. This is a snap. I can't get mad about that.
No,
sorry.
I mean it's a Week 14 wrap up. We can talk about the other games briefly. Like I'm not.
He doesn't have many fumbles. I was just looking at his PFR.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not really a fumbler that much.
Well, this season, but like, what about before?
That's what I was just looking at. He's got
literally 11... never fumbled before.
No, he has.
No, he's got 11 total.
Yeah, he doesn't fumble
11
that
total
often.
over a lot of years. So
it might have just been maybe like a stretch that I was remembering or something.
There was 1 year in 2020 where he had 3 on the year.
Yeah, that
was his highest.
Yeah, and that was like 2 seasons ago.
Yeah,
but we're not.
Maybe
I'm not going to talk about the Bucks game because there's really nothing to talk about there.
I mean, there's a lot to talk about if you're a Brock Purdy fan. That's for sure. I'm kind of upset, honestly, that the Niners. I don't know why I dislike them this year, but they're a team I'm rooting against. But like, I can no longer doubt their ability to play football any longer.
Are looking like the geniuses of the league with that pickup of McCaffrey now. McCaffrey fits into that offense so
literally
well.
Unlocked them. Yeah, no,
and he is, and you can tell that he is just feasting with a good offensive line, I don't want to say good quarterback, but a good offensive scheme that's built around him and his strengths. I mean, the man had 119 on 14 carries. By the way, one touchdown. And
don't doubt Brock Purdy. I mean, 16 for 21, 185 yards, 2 touchdowns. I know it's not a lot of yards and throws, but that's a man doing what he needs to do to win a game.
The Bucks are experts at making bad quarterbacks look good. They've
Kyle Shanahan is also an expert at making bad quarterbacks look good. Yeah. So you put those two together, oh man.
I'm not trying to take away from Brock Purdy's performance because I mean I said it last week. I said that I'm worried about Brock Purdy because he's got to play against that Sanford, the number 1 defense in the league. He's got to play against them in practice. So he's going to be ready against a good defense. And the Buccaneers do not have a good defense, certainly not to the caliber of the 49ers. And it was exactly how it played out. I mean, he tore them apart. Brady, Tom threw for 55. They have got to stop having him throw so often, but it's just that our running game is so bad because our line is terrible. Our line is in complete shambles, and the Bucks are just, we're just awful. It's to the point now where the Bucks are not even guaranteed the playoff spot. Carolina's only 1 game back, so
yeah, and Carolina is winning somehow. Yeah. I mean, if there's one thing to go over this week quickly as like a whole, there's some definite stories. Lions, watch out for the Lions. That's a team now. That's an actual. They're no longer the Lions. They are a football team that wins games and looks good doing it.
They might make the playoffs.
They actually on the way to making the playoffs. Number 2, Bengals are hot. They're doing the same fucking thing they did last year. They're hot at the right time. They're looking good. Watch out for the Bengals again. Cowboys not as good as we thought.
Ooh, they got lucky.
Yep.
Cowboys not as good as we thought. Almost lost to the Texans. I almost had the best lock curse of all time with that one. Titans stinky. Eagles very not stinky.
Yep.
And who
Ravens
who
in the
knows?
Fourth quarter. Name a better duo.
Oh, I mean, I'll talk about that game at length on tomorrow or tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow.
Because these actually go out on the day that they're recorded, unlike our episodic podcasts.
And Chiefs confuse me still. They're the one team I can't really figure out because they gave up 28 points to the Broncos.
Yeah.
What?
But they're
division.
For them, they're kind of reverting to the whole we're just going to outscore our opponents and not care about defense too much.
Yeah, but they gave up 28 points to the Broncos. I feel like that's notable.
I think that the teams that are peaking at the right time it's definitely the Niners. They're skyrocketing. So are the Bengals. The Bills as long as they maintain everyone
the Bills
healthy.
Don't. To me, they don't look like the scary team.
It's no longer everyone else and then the Bills.
No.
It's no longer like that. So I think
there's lots of teams right now that are all starting to look good, and lots of teams that are starting to look bad. Dolphins,
Yeah, Dolphins.
Right when I started fucking praising you, you just decided, no, we're gonna make this guy look like a dumbass. We're gonna shit the bed 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, the season has had lots of slumps, ups and downs. So, Rob, anything to add before we wrap it up?
Yeah, no, actually, to your point, yeah, the Bills, despite the Jets losing on Sunday, I think it was a really close game in a way that makes
If
the
Mike
Bills.
White might not have died twice.
Yeah.
He might have won.
If he didn't get his internal organs crushed, then
Twice.
yeah,
Twice, literally twice.
Yeah, like honestly, more than twice. Like it was like those two, the 2 times that he got annihilated and taken out of the game, but then like after the second time he came back in, and on the drive that he came back in, he got hit for 3 straight plays, and then we punted, and it was just like, oh man, that poor fucking guy.
Well, we need to wrap it up here. Also, we didn't mention anything about Debo getting injured. I don't know what's come out of that yet. But yeah, that's something to keep an eye on. So we are going to wrap it up. Again, thank you all very much for tuning in live here. If you're listening to this on the VOD or if you're watching still live, make sure you click the like button. It's the best way to support our podcast and get us to grow here on YouTube and other platforms. And thank you again, everyone, for all the comments. We'll be leaving more pin stuff down below and continue the discussion. Do you think that Kingsbury's gone? Do you think Kyler's done? Do you think that they have a chance next season? They do have high draft picks, so that's probably going to help them out a little bit. And are the Patriots really going to be good, or are they crappy as Apollo says that they are?
Stinky.
They stinky. So thank you for listening, everyone, and we will see you probably Thursday night before the football game, as that's when Coach Grendor puts these episodic releases out. We'll see you
Unless
then.
you're on Patreon.
Unless you're on Patreon. Well, has he been keeping up with that?
I think so. Yeah, he's saying he was doing it. So
Well, let us know in the comments if he is.
yeah.